What up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Marie Shadows of the Square Circle Podcast and writer on Substack to the Square Circle Society. And thank you for joining me on another Tape Study Tuesday exclusively right here on patreon.com/Square Circle Society. If you don't know what Tape Study Tuesday is, it is basically me, Marie Shadows, reacting to wrestling videos, breaking it down, telling you the stories, explaining the wrestling moves and all the moving parts of professional wrestling in a professional wrestling ring. I usually do this on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows, where we either watch regular professional wrestling matches or indie wrestler matches where I give the same type of feedback. This month is March. That means it is Women's History Month. And for Women's History Month, I decided to take a look at the lovely ladies of wrestling for the 70s, 80s, and even 90s. This is video number 2 that will be on a Tuesday in the month of March. This one is very special, though. It's a very special one because it is a mixed tag match. And this was back in 92. This has Jeff Jarrett teaming up with Natalie, taking on Ice Baby and Miss Georgia Brown. And you will see later on in the video who Miss Georgia Brown is, because she is a Hall of Famer and she is very well known in the wrestling industry. But first, let me explain a little bit about the history of this one particular match and video. This is coming to us from USWA. If you guys don't know, USWA stands for United States Wrestling Association. This was part of the territory days back in the 80s. This was founded by Jeff Jarrett's father, Jerry Jarrett. Rest in peace to Jerry Jarrett, who just passed away recently this year. And also Fritz von Erich as well. Both of them were the founders of the USWA. The USWA started in 1989 and it disbanded in 1999. My guess, I'm going to really take a leap here, is that that was when Vince McMahon decided to buy up all the territories and bam, that was one of them. The USWA included various territories and cities around their major setting. Their headquarters were in Tennessee. They had Texas, Nashville, Kentucky, Indiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, another area in Arkansas, Tuckerman, and they also had Missouri. So those were the major top cities that USWA, United States Wrestling Association, traveled around from 1989 to 1997 when they were disbanded. The reason why I chose this match is because we will be looking at Miss Georgia Brown. Like I said, she is a legend in this business. And yeah, I'll see you over in the video. All right, and here we go.
Jeff, what's on your mind? Michael, as you can see, Natalie's not with me tonight. She was unable to be here. You know,
Boo.
She couldn't be here. So.
Boo.
What are you talking about? The flu bug's out, and she can't be. So what you're saying to me and all these people out here is Natalie was too chicken to show up because sweet Georgia done been beating on her like Iraq's beating on the USA, and she been down all over this ring right here, and she can't make it because the flu bug. Well, what you're saying is we're the winners. We win. If you ain't
by forfeit, right?
Wrestle, my lovely Georgia, we're the winners. I don't think that's how it works, Jeff.
Do you guys recognize who Georgia Brown is yet?
Yeah, you listen up real good, JC, because I've been talking to Max Andrews and the USWA Board of Directors, and they told me that I had to have a girl in the ring or I lost. Well, boy, I know somebody who wants to slap your little silly face just as bad as I do, and she's going to take care of you, and I want to bring her down right now, and you're fixing to get a good kicking, boy. Oh, this is going to be a surprise.
Oh, who did Jeff Jarrett get?
Into the arena, but simply irresistible. Jeff Jarrett says whoever it is wants to slap JC. Oh, my goodness, it's Tessa. Here comes Tessa in the ring.
Her name is Tessa.
She's going right after sweet Georgia Brown. This is supposed to be a mixed man and ladies tag match. Jeff Jarrett's partner unable to be here because of the flu, and look at this. Tessa and sweet Georgia Brown are...
This is not how I thought the match would have started.
JC, the Ice Baby just nailed Tessa,
Ice Baby can run. Is Jarrett gonna end up getting him?
JC around and around the ring here at the Sportatorium. In the meantime, he's got JC. He's got him cornered now.
The referee's not doing a good job of trying to get control of this match at all.
JC on his horse. Out of the ring again. Sweet Georgia Brown working Tessa over from behind. From behind.
Oh,
Stephen Dane is in the ring. Jeff Jarrett going right after Stephen Dane.
does that mean that the match is thrown out? The match is definitely thrown out at this point.
Here comes trouble. Gorgeous Gary Young in. Here comes Hollywood John Tatum, but here comes help.
Georgia just went down. She got out of harm's way. Tessa is down. Georgia Brown kicked their ass. They look like freaking brothers. Ice Baby can run, man.
Gorgeous Gary Young out. Hollywood John Tatum. Stephen Dane. Of course, Sweet Georgia Brown in the middle of all of that. I cannot recall that Tessa has ever been in the ring in a match, and that was not
I don't.
a match. That was just
I mean,
a brawl. Here comes JC over. Give me a microphone. Let's see if we can pick this up. What are you talking about? Bill Dundee and Billy Travis jumping in and interfering in my match.
look, he's not wrong. Okay, Ice Baby is not wrong. He got jumped in the match. The match was supposed to start. I don't know what was going on. The referee couldn't even get them to their respective sides so we can start with one-on-one and then tag to get the women in. But you saw Georgia Brown there, who is the lovely Jacqueline of professional wrestling and Hall of Famer and part of the Dudley Boys. And she definitely kicked Tessa's ass. I don't even think Tessa knew what was going on in the first place. But Ice Baby is not wrong. Everybody came out to jump him because he was in direction. That's the wrong word to say. But it felt like guilty by association because the people that came in to attack and mess up the match looked like they were going for Jarrett, and then by association, because Ice Baby was there, he also gets hit. But what's really gonna happen? Are we gonna have an actual match after all of this?
JC pitching a little temper tantrum here. Here they go again. I better get out of the way. Billy Joe Travis after JC. Jeff Jarrett after JC. And of course JC running for his life throughout the Sportatorium is up the runway and back to the dressing room area rather. Jeff Jarrett is livid in the ring.
Jeff Jarrett wants to fight.
With Tessa, so if indeed this was Tessa's first match, she got a victory, but it was a costly one as Sweet Georgia Brown worked her over. In the meantime, Jeff Jarrett.
This was messed up.
By JC,
messed up.
Baby. And of course, everyone out of the dressing room area, I think, that could come to the ring, came to the ring to try to get JC out of a bind. Jeff Jarrett coming over. Let's see if we can. Jeff, that was what an event.
I just want to say one thing, JC. Yeah, you might have got out of this match, but next time, brother, I'm going to do everything in my power to get it where it's just one-on-one. Just me and you in the ring. I don't care if they have to put a cage around the ring, if they have to enclose in barbed wire, or if I have to get Billy Joe and Dundee out here, and they'll be lumberjacks. One way or the number. One way or the. I'm so excited. I'm so stinking mad at you, JC. I'm going to get you in the ring, and that's a promise.
Jeff Jarrett obviously upset and with a reason to be, as the match was scheduled, a mixed tag match. His partner was unable to appear because of the flu. He brings Tessa into the ring because she wanted after JC, and then it just all broke loose from there. Jeff Jarrett's going to get his revenge, I promise you.
All right, another chaotic video, another video showing the differences from last week to this week, where we took a look at what Georgia Brown could do in the ring, just beating the shit out of Tessa. That's about it. I had fun watching the match. The crowd is so different, than what today's modern crowd is. Today's modern crowd, depending on where you go, you get a different reaction. in my experience, New York and New Jersey have some of the best crowds. When it comes to New Jersey, it depends on like what zone in New Jersey is the wrestling event at for you to get a really good crowd. And returning fans are definitely good for that type of reaction. But back then in like Tennessee, like those territories were known for wrestling. So like the pop that the wrestlers get, the screams of the fans, and you heard that most of the screams are very high pitched. Most of them are women. Women are in those crowds. There was not like I I don't know why I want to say. I want to use the phrase like dry eye. Like that's not what I want to say or portray. But I'm trying to say that in every one of those events down south for wrestling, you always saw the houses, uh, the venue house. I don't want you guys to think like I'm like an actual house where someone lives, but the venue house were always filled and packed with women. I think sometimes depending on like what other matches you watch on YouTube, that like most of those venue houses, those house shows have more women than men sometimes. So basically, women wrestling fans have always followed professional wrestling and have always loved it. It's just for some reason in certain states and like over the years, um, males just want to be like trolls and whatnot. Not to get into that whole thing for this video, but just to put something into perspective that like when you go to these house shows back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, the atmosphere was completely different. This was really fun to watch. It was really nice. It was just chaotic all the way through. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, leave me a comment, leave me your thoughts. What did you think about the match? Do you think that it was right for Ice Baby to just run around the ring and see if Jarrett could catch him? Do you think Ice Baby is a coward, and that do you think Jeff Jarrett deserves to have a wrestling match with him, a cage match with him? And do you think that, Georgia Brown kicked the shit out of Tessa? As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this amazing video of Tape Study Tuesdays, where we analyze professional wrestling, and we're looking at women's wrestling for the month of March because it is Women's History. Again, tell a friend, let them know that this is what I do on my Patreon, patreon.com/Square Circle Society, where we talk and gather about professional wrestling because we love professional wrestling, and I love that you are with me on this journey. Until next time, I'm Marie Shadows, and I'll see you guys on the next one.